Hola, hola a todos. Bienvenidos to another episode of High on Feminism. Hoy estoy a probar hablar en español porque al próximo, ¿cómo se dice? Guest está aquí. Es el founder de Yaxoc Cosméticas y Annie Linares. Bienvenidos, Annie.
Hola, bueno. This is gonna be a little bit weird.
Yes, it's going to be very new.
Hello, hello.
Sí, mi español es no, más o menos,
Uh,
pero
your Spanish is better than my English.
honestly, I think your Spanish or your English is perfect as
Oh,
well.
thank you. Thank you. You're
I
so kind.
It really is. I always like to start off our episodes by just letting our listeners know like where and how I've met some of the guests. So for those who are listening, I am, as we know, a member of Juno House Club here in Barcelona. And a few months ago, I was brought into a lovely brand showing. I didn't know what I was getting into. Shout out to Carolina for dragging me in there. And I met Annie, who was sharing her Yaksa cosmetic brand. We had an opportunity to be able to test the products, really learn more about it. I was in the back very scared, and I was like, I hope nobody asks me questions.
I
And
did.
I laughed because it was like I was trying to hide, but then there were so many mirrors that like when I like looked up in the mirror, like you were on the other side, and I was like, oh no, I made eye contact.
She's looking at me.
Pero, I think it was a good opportunity for me to get immersed. Obviously, being in Barcelona, you need to be able to speak the language, and it was a good learning curve for me. And from there, I feel like we just kind of created this really nice organic, relationship
Yeah,
within
it
this
is.
space, and so it just made sense to have you on the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All right, para empezar, when did you found Yaksock and what was the like reason behind it? You can answer in English or Spanish.
Okay, so first off, sorry. Hola, soy Annie Linares, soy la fundadora de Jackson Cosmetics. Es una currudería de cosmética coreana fundada en Barcelona hace 2 años, con la idea de transformar un poco lo que se conoce de la K-Beauty en Europa y sobre todo en España, trayendo productos más premium, con formulaciones más concretas y buscando productos más nicho. Cuando comencé con esto, hace ya como unos 5 años, empecé a investigar cómo podía entrar en el mundo de la cosmética, teniendo mucho cuidado y siendo muy prudente de no cometer errores, porque no era para nada mi rubro, no conocía absolutamente nada de la dermatología o la dermoestética. Entonces, simplemente era la pasión que tenía yo por este país, que es Corea, y por su cosmética. Básicamente fue todo como poco a poco, de manera muy orgánica, hasta que di el paso de irme a Corea en un viaje aventurero. Cogí una maleta y me fui a descubrir ferias y productos y marcas. Ah, pero fue más bien un descubrimiento a mí misma, de decidir no quiero hacer más un trabajo que no me hace feliz,
Ujú.
que no me llena, que no me siento satisfecha cada día cuando me levanto. Voy a buscar algo y convertirlo en magia.
Sí, sí. ah, mm, estamos una compañía que trabajamos con muchos brands y una cosmética. Y en el pasado meses tenemos una cosmética compañía, ¿sí? ¿Vale?
Una compañía cosmética.
De París Satis. Y there, like, I learned the importance and sort of like the root of like skincare, which was exciting for me to come to the event because we had just started working with a skincare brand. So I felt like it allowed me to really understand it a lot better. Because for us, sometimes we're just meeting with clients virtually. We don't get to test their products and we don't really get to have deep conversations about why they're doing this and all of that. So to go and listen to yours, even though it was in Spanish and I was proud, I was like, I understand. This is great.
That's amazing.
It was nice to kind of have like an in-person moment with a skincare brand to like learn more. So Korean skincare is very popular all over the place. When did you first, really start to learn about Korean skincare? Like, where did you go over there, or how did that come about?
Oh, I started to learn about Korea in general through K dramas.
Okay.
That was my first love.
Yeah.
I start with K drama even because I have friends for sure. Sorry for them. I love you, all of you. I have friends that they introduced me to the Korean culture in
Mhm.
general. So we start talking about Korea, the culture of Korea, them behavior, them the food, dramas, music, everything. It was like I was introducing
Immersive.
myself, immersing in a
Yeah.
360 degrees, So it was completely organic. To be honest, I can't tell you when I start to fall in love with the Korean cosmetics.
Yeah.
It was it was a truly love because I was I was in a period, we have that period in our life that our skin is not good enough,
Hmm.
and we start to feel uncomfortable with ourselves.
Yeah.
So it was like a deep moment to understand what's going on here, because it's not just my age, it's also my soul that is not okay in
Yeah.
this moment.
The stress from
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what, I've learned that, especially being here. I have had so much stress the last few weeks, just, we're finishing visa stuff and things like that. So I've seen my skin start to, break out in certain
Mm.
places, and it's I've actually used your products for it.
Yes, and your skin is perfect right
Ay,
now.
thank you. Muchas gracias. Pero una otra noche, yo hago mi esposa probar the face mask
Mhm.
juntos. We did it together in bed. And men are very funny when they try skin products because they're not used to like all the things that we are as women. So he's laying in bed and he's like, why is this so wet? Like, is this supposed to? I'm like, yes, let it sink into your skin. It's
Mm,
going to be great. So I understand like the mental connection to your skin a lot better now,
yeah, it is.
especially from working with skincare brands ourselves. And, when we're younger, we're kind of told like, oh, you have acne or whatever because you're young and
Mm,
you're
it is
going
not.
through puberty and all of this, but they don't really teach you how like your stress levels, cause acne or blemishes or dry skin or whatever on your face.
Mhm.
And so skincare brands like yours that are really like acknowledging that and taking care of it, like that's what really needs to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah. For me, it's more important than I don't. I don't want you to understand that you have to be pretty. You have to understand, and you have to love your skin.
Hmm.
Whatever is your problem in this moment is not forever, and you can take care of this problem in a no harmy way.
Yeah.
It's not one shot, it's not one solution, and the problem is gone. No,
Yeah.
it's not like that. You have to love your skin, you have to understand your skin, and you have to embrace this problem, in
Yeah.
this issue, in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, when you had the la clase in the studio, um, you were asking, about like the price point and like would people spend this much money? And my response was that like I haven't really explored skincare products like that before because I think for me being, darker skin, my skin has always been very sensitive. So when I was younger, we were always, taught not to put too much stuff on it. But for me, I'm like, I just wash with a washcloth and some water, and try it that way and some face lotion. But what are some of the like differences in the Korean skincare versus maybe other European skincare brands or ones you
Mm,
see in the US? Like how do they become more beneficial than like the mass products of regular skincare products?
you already told. This is a good question, and a good question because it's not about which one is better than the other one. It's about the way they create, the way
The
they
formulas.
the formulas, them and also this is a good question because everyone said, but we have all the people I know that we are blacks and it's like, but they are not for us.
Mm,
That's not true. They are perfect for us. They are perfect for everyone because the focus and the most important thing that they are working on it is then the ingredient
mhm,
and the in your issues and the problem. They are focused on the problem. They are not focused in one skin or another one. And also because Koreans they have a very strong skin care.
mhm.
It's sorry, the very strong skin. So and the weather in Korea is it's hot.
Yeah.
It's winter, real winter.
Yeah.
You can't believe me. I was there in December, and I was, oh my god, where is this? Is this snow? Is it a storm?
Yeah. Where's the sun?
It's real. It's real. Where is this sun coming from? So anyway, now coming back. Todos los productos están hechos para todas las pieles de manera consciente.
Mhm,
Lo que nos cambia y que lo hace diferente de los productos en Occidente es simplemente la manera de formularlo, como he dicho antes. Su I más D son marcas y ellos viven para crear y reformular y buscar mejorar cada día un producto. Incluso si es bueno, van a seguir intentando buscar la mejor fórmula,
sí.
que es algo que lamentablemente en Europa no sucede. También es verdad porque en Europa no existe la competencia que existe en un país como Corea. En Corea la competencia es muy grande. Cada día, mientras nosotros estamos hablando ahora mismo aquí, hay alguien que está creando una nueva marca y hay
Mhm,
5 marcas que están creando nuevas fórmulas. ¿Por qué? Porque necesitan competir, necesitan buscar la excelencia.
sí.
Y esto es algo que en Estados Unidos o en Europa ahora mismo agradecemos porque nuestras marcas convencionales no han llegado a este nivel ¿cómo se dice? De excelencia.
Sí,
Y otra de las cosas más importantes por la que la cosmética coreana en estos momentos se ha vuelto tan famosa es el hecho que es una cosmética affordable.
sí.
So-
See, yeah, that I think that's one of the reasons too, is like the cost of it as well,
Ujú.
and for Americans, I think there's such an oversaturated market in the beauty industry. So then it just becomes a competition of like, what is the best one? And is the best one the one that's most expensive, or is it, somewhere
No.
in the middle? And there's not a lot of education around the products themselves because they are relying on their what's the word? The consumer
Ujú.
to just kind of like think that this is what I see, so this is what I need to grab,
No.
and in that, and they're like, in American mindset is like the more expensive, the better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How do your prices like compare, do you feel like, to like other brands that are in the similar market?
Um, Para ser sincera, no creo que, o sea, no creo que mis productos, y tú los has probado, no creo que mis productos se puedan comparar ni en precio ni en calidad. Esto a lo mejor es demasiado ego, pero no se pueden comparar ni en precio ni en calidad con el mercado actual. Claro que tengo productos que tienen otros competidores, pero la gran mayoría de las marcas y de los ingredientes que trabajo son fórmulas registradas, son marcas exclusivas,
Ujú,
y esto hace que podamos tener un equilibrio entre calidad-precio
sí.
y sobre todo respetando siempre la imagen de nuestras marcas, porque esta es la base del todo. O sea, ellos son los que tienen que ser respetados, y por eso no creemos que para vender un buen producto, para traer un buen producto a Europa, eh, y para que todo el mundo pueda utilizarlo, tenga que ser inalcanzable. O sea, es premium doesn't mean that it's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Coming from Cuba, right? You're from Cuba.
Mhm.
How long
Yes.
have you been in Barcelona?
Yeah. So I arrived in Barcelona when I was younger enough, I guess. I was in my 15 or 16. I can't remember. It was
A long
a
time
long
ago.
time, a very long time ago. So yes, I think I had been here for more than 20 years, 20 something. Yeah, 20 something, 20 longer. Yeah.
¿Qué es la diferencia en el proceso, like to take care of your skin, aquí en Europa y en like Cuba? ¿Es una diferencia o
Es una gran diferencia.
sí?
La gran diferencia es que cuando vivía en Cuba, por razones obvias, país, cultura, todo, yo no tomaba en cuenta que tenía que cuidar mi piel, ni
Ujú,
tan siquiera que tenía que poner protector solar,
sí,
porque no era parte de la educación que de lo que nos transmitían.
sí.
O sea, para nosotros era sal a la calle, lávate la cara y vete a poner morena debajo de este sol radiante. Y listo. También es verdad que obviamente cuando vives tu adolescencia, en Cuba no estábamos educadas para cuidar de nuestra piel siendo tan jóvenes, cosa que ahora, gracias a Dios, ha cambiado completamente. En Cuba son súper fan de la cosmética coreana, súper fan. Mis primas están adorando, están esperando que mi madre llegue con regalos. Sí, sí, sí. Pero sí, en aquel momento era completamente diferente. Incluso cuando vine aquí. Perdón, hablo un poco rápido.
Un poco.
Sorry. Even when I came back here, when I came here in Spain, I wasn't able. No, I wasn't able. Is not a word. I wasn't taking care of my skin because I was completely okay.
Mhm,
Okay, I have breakouts. I have some spots. It's not okay, but it's okay.
mhm.
You know, who cares about that
Yeah,
when you are in your 16s? You are
yeah,
more in that age. Right now, it's
exactly.
completely different. But in that age, coming back, I remember that I was like, okay, I just want to put it a little bit cream because my mom was shouting me like, you have to put a sunscreen,
Yeah.
you know. And I was like, okay, never mind, I'm leaving. But yeah, was completely different than now.
Yeah,
And then how is everything now here and there,
yeah,
and in Cuba too?
yeah,
Everyone is taking care,
yeah,
and that's beautiful and that's important.
yeah.
How our mindset change.
Yeah, depending on where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think too, like, as we know, global warming is coming and it's making it hotter outside. And there are, AQI levels everywhere are getting worse, which also affects your skin. So I'm the same way. Like I have, this is my dark color right now, but normally I'm a little bit
I mean,
lighter.
beauty.
Usually a little bit lighter, but like growing up, my mom didn't really like sunscreen us as much. I'm obviously soy de los Estados Unidos y uno estado Vermont,
Ujú.
¿tú sabes?
Sí,
Cerca
claro que
de Canadá.
sí, sí,
Sí.
sí.
So
Bastante frío.
it didn't get, you see.
La
¿Qué se
hidratación,
siente?
la hidratación es importante.
So it was more lotion, definitely, but sunscreen and like skincare like wasn't really big up there. And then, moving to Nueva York and then moving here, the sun is so much stronger here, which when I first started coming here, I realized because I was like, oh, it's going to be 67, which is what? 30, no, 21 aproximadamente,
Ujú, ujú,
21.
más o menos.
I was like, it's going to be like kind of chilly, and then we came here and I was like, oh my God, it feels like, like 30 or something like
Mhm.
that. I was like,
Because the
much.
humidity.
Yes. And I was so surprised by that. And I was like, okay, I need to get sunscreen. I need to find a good skincare routine because the heat here and, just the different particles in the air and stuff, react differently to everybody's
Mhm.
skin. So I've been very careful about that. And again, I have Yaksock in my cupboard, which I have been using, and it's been great. Um, when you like started your business, you've been in 5 años, ¿sí?
I
Aproximadamente.
start I started my business 2 years ago, but I mean, I founded the company 2 years ago, but we start like 5 years
Okay.
to study, to have the knowledge enough to go through the business.
Yeah.
Yes, but it
Oh,
was 5 years ago when I started to
okay.
focus more.
Okay. Yeah. So very new. What have been some of your like biggest challenges you feel like with starting your business? Like what isn't?
Oh my gosh. Every day, every time.
Yeah.
But no, creo que la cosa más challenging was went to Korea alone
Hmm.
and arrive there and show my product and show my project and start talking with the men and be part of this table, explain your project and hoping that they take care of you and take consideration that about your words.
Yeah.
It was the most challenging thing.
Yeah.
It was completely because I mean, girl, uh, my English was worse than now. Could you imagine?
I can. You're beautiful now.
Thank you. It was so kind.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I was in another country in another continent. It's girl with the culture of it's quite controversial, and I was there, and they take care of me,
Mhm.
all of them. But it was difficult because I mean, no Korean, uh, enough English to understand and to have a conversation, but
Yeah.
not well.
Yeah. I can only imagine. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
para mí, vengo aquí y yo hablo español para muchos años, pero no uso en los Estados Unidos, which is weird because, I was living in New York, pero no
yeah.
uso español en Nueva York.
I think you're the only one, the only one person who wasn't.
So but I found that here, especially everyone just says, like you just have to like make Catalan friends or Spaniard friends and you will learn so much from them, like all the different words. Because, my husband is thinking about like taking classes. And some people are like, don't do that, don't do that. And others are like, just meet a bunch of people and, they'll kind of teach you as you go. So when you
Bad
are
word first.
yeah. What has been like your best way of, learning the new languages? Like, how did you learn English? How did you learn
Mm.
Korean,
Oh,
Italian?
so Catalan.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No, the best way to learn something is one, listening radio, reading, watching TV, and go to the country.
Hmm.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Because if you are in your country and you try to learn some language which is not yours,
Yeah.
it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, not difficult, almost impossible, because you don't have time, and you are working, you are your business, you're in your home. You have too much inputs in the between and around you to take care of this new language, you
Hmm.
know. So what I did was go to UK, be there for 8 months or almost 1 year,
Hmm.
and try to do a best immerse in my life. It
Yeah.
was like I want to be living alone. I want to go to the supermarket every day. I want to talk with the cafeteria
Hmm.
girls everywhere I was like, "Hi, how are you?" I can't speak in English because I don't know it's English, but let's practice. Do you want to practice with me? And it was so humble for them. In
Hmm.
the UK, everyone was able to help me and to listen to me every day. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah. I think that's the great thing is like here, and anywhere, they respect like the attempt, you know, and it's great to see that because there's definitely that, like I said, I get very nervous because I'm such a perfectionist. So I'm like, when I speak Spanish, I want it to be like perfect. But it's nice because I also go to restaurants and they'll be like, do you want, the English menu or the Spanish menu? And I'm like, give me the Spanish menu. And then they'll try to speak to me in English. And I'm like, is it okay if we practice my Spanish? And they're like, sure, sure.
Yeah.
And it's been so nice. Like, I feel like the Spaniards are super nice for the most part.
No, but it's true. I mean, if someone wants to speak your language, this is a gift.
Hmm.
So the only thing you can do is try to help them.
Yeah. As long as you're trying, I think is great.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So it's practice.
yeah. And even for me, like I think sometimes people feel nervous about maybe like correcting people, but I'm the type of person I'm like, please correct me. Tell me the proper way to say this. And
You're not helping me if you are not correcting me.
so I had that as a server where I was asking, I used traer instead of probar.
Mm.
No sé. Okay.
Traer is bring it.
Yes. So the waitress was like, "Can I correct you?" And I was like, "See, see, what did I say?" And she was like, "You said this verb, but it's actually this verb." And I was like, "No, thank you, because those are two different things."
Completely
Yeah, completely different things. And I think for me, I see Spanish verbs sometimes, and they are very obviously similar to English words. So it's nice because you're like, oh yes, like probably is probablemente, like that. Those are very close. I can, So I think in my head I was like, traer is try. That makes sense. And so I think you also have to like remove the ego when you're learning a new language as well.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a process.
It is, it is. But I mean, it's okay. I think even for me, I'm quite picky, and I want everything in a proper way, and I want to say everything in a proper way. I have this problem. My boyfriend is that person. It's like, why when you speak in English, I can't understand you. It's not my problem. It's your problem. I'm so sorry. When you became British, I was British all my life. It's because I want to speak in a proper way with a proper accent, and
Yes.
this is a problem. This
Yeah.
is a problem, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Even if I go wrong and I make mistake, it's not my language, and I can speak in a perfect way because it wasn't not going to be my language anyway.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so it's just go fly and be free to speak wherever you want.
Yeah.
People will understand you,
Hmm.
and yet, and if the vibe is okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
Everything going is going to flow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's it.
I feel like for me, and I think I understand when people say like, like no tomar una clase de español, porque they are talking about like the way that they teach you and then the way that your brain accepts that. So for me, sometimes I am thinking of like word for word how to say something in Spanish. And obviously, sometimes it's like the may is before other things or whatever. So I'm always trying to think of it that way and then speak. And then when I listen, it's like the same thing. So it's like I hear you speaking Spanish, but my brain is like trying to translate every single
No.
word. And that's when it's like there's like the blank look on my face where I'm like thinking really hard.
No, and I have to be honest. I'm sorry because I speak so quickly.
No.
It's my mom heritage from Cuba.
Yeah.
And now we are Latinas. We are like ta 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 ta
Yeah.
ta.
Yes. And that's what it is too. It's like when people speak very fast. ¿Tienes hambre?
Sí, tengo
Yo
hambre.
también.
Sí, no, la verdad es que yo te digo, mi consejo es que vayas a clase, por supuesto, pero que también hagas conversaciones fuera de la escuela con personas que hablan de manera normal.
Sí.
Esto es una cosa que me enseñó mi profesora de inglés. Mi profesora de inglés hablaba como ella hablaba en casa,
Ujú.
de la misma manera. Y si nos perdíamos en algún momento, nos repetía.
Sí.
Pero siempre decía, es importante que yo te siga hablando como hablo fuera, porque de lo contrario, cuando salgas a la vida real, te vas a encontrar que vas a estar perdida. Y no te preocupes por cometer errores, no te preocupes por no entender, todos te van a repetir las palabras,
Sí.
pero la manera en la que yo te enseño el inglés tiene que ser exactamente la manera de la que vas a poder vivir fuera de aquí. De lo contrario, vas a cometer muchos errores.
Sí.
Aún así los cometo.
Sí. En mi casa ahora yo tengo unos papeles en mi cuarto con muchas palabras en español para mí y también para mi esposo porque um, no sabe muchas palabras en español, pero no, yo también, like I feel like I know so many words, but then it's like when I go to try to, I'm like, I actually don't know that word, like microphone, like
Yeah. It's the same for me. I mean, the end of the day, the most important thing when you're speaking another language which is not yours is to have vocabulary,
Mhm.
but like vocabulary enough
Yeah,
to have the conversation or to make a sentence. After this, by time, you are going to take and learn more and more and
yeah,
more. But you need just a punch of vocabulary
yeah.
to start.
Yes, exactly. Right now, I have all the parts of the body written down. Uh, Porque yo sé like mi cuerpo, cabeza, all of that. But then it was like we went to the vet because my dog was sick,
Okay.
and the vet did not speak any English. And so I realized when I went there, I didn't know how to say hips or, like things like that. And so I was like, you know what? Like I also need to go to the doctor. So I should like put down all of the body parts, and start to learn them. And so every day I add a new piece of paper to our wall, and my husband's like, another piece of paper.
Another one?
And I'm like,
Like, did you call it another one?
yeah, yes. But it helps me. And I asked my team the other day if it was crazy, but I was like, I want to get a label maker and just label everything in my home, you know?
That's perfect.
Yeah. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, but then I'm like, I don't want to be embarrassed when I have friends come over and they're
No,
like,
it's perfect. Don't worry. I was going to suggest you to do that.
yeah,
I did that for my parents.
okay.
My mom was a little bit upset
Yeah.
because she said like, I'm not sick. I said, it's not for you. It's for me.
Yeah.
They said, I don't think I need to know that the desk is the desk.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not for you, it's for me.
Yeah.
Don't worry. But
Yeah.
yes, it's a good point.
Yeah. Because
You
like
should do it.
cupboard, like
Yes.
microwave, stove, like these are all
Mm.
words that like I don't know. And so I think it's más importante para mí saber muchas palabras en español porque like you said, to have the vocabulary,
Yes.
to just be able to say it. There is a funny video that goes on online lately. I think it circulated because I'm here, and it was something like me surviving in Spain with like buenos dias
Una
and
cerveza, por favor.
something very simple like that. And I was like, yes, I was like, that definitely, I don't want that to be me. I want to be able to learn all the other words. And, especially coming to Catalan, where it's like, okay, I was taught Spanish for aproximadamente 9 años. Y ahora I'm in a place where there's a whole different language. And so I'm like, okay, now I have to learn all, because when I first came here, I was like, street, calle, entonces. And then I like saw the sign and I was like,
La
I,
cuenta, por favor.
yeah, what say carrera? Like, what is carrera? And I'm like, oh, this is Catalan. And yeah, la cuenta, like my husband knows that word very well. La cuenta, por favor. So it's such
Yeah, this is not a
interesting.
kind of word you have to learn.
Yeah, not me.
Not you.
Women don't need to learn that word. Somebody else can know, and then they'll pay it for
Yeah.
them. But
So,
it's been such an interesting like journey, to say the least, for sure. So I'm so happy to be able to like be with people like you who
thank
are willing to speak to me in English. And I my goal for myself is to come into Juno one day and speak Spanish to everybody. And
yeah, let's do
and
it.
so it's like getting the comfortability of it.
Exactly.
Sometimes, doing a little Google Translate ahead of time to be like, okay, what is this? And then just like trying,
Yeah. I you know what? I'm thinking about something. I think like I'm going to give you something, a gift.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what kind of gift?
A book.
Okay. I love to know.
Yeah. I like books. So I always I used to give book.
Yeah.
I think it's the most beautiful gift you can do you can give to someone.
Mhm.
Y realmente pienso que es la mejor manera para que puedas coger vocabulario.
Sí.
Alguno fácil, alguno que sea bonito, te haga sentir que estás leyendo algo interesante, pero que a la misma vez puedas ir haciendo como una inmersión en palabras.
See, I would love that. One of the
Mm.
things that I found out from being here, obviously this year, is San Jordi, which
Ay,
I knew something was going on like the day before because I saw things being set up and I was like, I don't know what this is, but whatever. And
it's
then
a
when
crazy day.
the next day happened, I was like, oh, I'm like, I need to look this up. And then when I looked it up, I thought it was just so beautiful,
Yeah, it is.
and while I'm here, yo pienso que la diferencia entre España y los Estados Unidos, porque en los Estados Unidos no quieren para las personas tener muchos libros, like they are taking so many away.
Oh,
from
really?
yeah
Oh, why?
schools. They don't want people to learn about certain things anymore, or they think that the context of it isn't conservative enough, so they are removing a lot of like very popular legendary books from schools, from libraries, and like taking them away from the
Oh
people.
my God, no way.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so it was so different to be here and be celebrating a holiday where part of it is like
Yes.
giving a book,
I mean,
you know?
it's important.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
most
so
beautiful
important.
thing,
It's
the
so
book.
important. And I found it funny that
Hmm.
it was like, the women they get flowers and the men get books. And I was like, yes,
Like,
let's educate them. Let's educate the men. Obviamente ahora, they can do whatever. Because
yeah.
of course we think about, I think Spain is a little bit more progressive, especially with like LGBTQ community. So, that idea of like anyone can get flowers, anyone can get a book. Like, I think that's beautiful, but I just loved it. And I'm not somebody who loves to always like be gifted flowers.
Mm.
I think it's como se dice, trauma from like a very old boyfriend who like
Oh,
whenever he messed up would give me flowers.
yeah.
So I'm not
Yeah,
really
it's like,
about it.
what you do.
Yeah. But now, like, I'm like, this would actually be really nice,
Yeah, it is. It
Like,
is.
especially because for Americans, our like flower day is like Valentine's Day. And there's a lot of people, including myself, who are getting a little sick and tired of the commercialization of Valentine's Day.
Mm.
And so I don't even want flowers on Valentine's Day, but I'm like, San Jordi? Yeah, I'll have
Mm.
flowers on that day.
I wanna have flowers and books.
Yeah,
Give me
exactly.
both.
I just bought two books because my goal while I live here is to just always be at the beach. And so I was like, I need a beach book. But I bought my husband a book, and he is very always interested in just like the history of places. And he was like, I need to learn more about like Spain. And so I bought him like a Spanish Civil War book so he can read all about it, and he loves it.
Oh, there is a book that is one of my favorite. Is the name is La Reina Descalza.
Okay, La Reina de Salsa.
It's the history. It's the
Okay.
history about Barcelona.
Okay.
So he will like it.
Okay.
I think it's hold on, I'm not espero que no esté confundiendo los nombres. Es la Reina Descalza y la Catedral del Mar, son dos.
Okay.
O sea, son maravillosos.
You have to send me the
Yeah, yeah,
names. I
yeah,
can,
for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
definitely look at it.
They are my one of my favorite.
Yeah. And I've been thinking too about, because I walk home from here a lot, and I'm like, I see the bookstores and I'm like, should I get a Spanish book? Like, because for me, I'm like, I want to like, I'm a speed reader sometimes. So I'm like, I really want to read, but I'm like, I don't want to be so stuck up all the time on like what this word is and what this is. But like you said, I think it's also like the best way
It is.
because for the most part, I think I know a lot of verbs. My past tense is where I struggle.
I have the same problem with your language.
Okay, I'm not alone.
You're not alone. We are friends.
Yes.
No, but yes, I think you have to buy the book.
Yeah.
But let's do something. Let's go together.
Yeah. I
Let's go
love that.
together.
I
Yeah,
think that would be great.
yeah. I love bookstores.
Yeah, I
I
love it
really
too.
love.
I could be in there all day. My dream is to have like the cutest little reading nook in my home one day with lots of pillows and next to a window and,
This is my
yeah,
house.
my cat or something, just hanging out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So,
have a lot. I have my plants with my books because they are
yes,
everywhere.
that's what I
Yeah, I
want.
love it.
Yeah. Obviamente, we are both members here at Juno House.
Hmm.
How long have you been a member here?
I think 1 year,
Okay.
almost or more. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel like they have helped you either like grow your business or even just like develop it while you've been here? Like, what have been some of the benefits for you?
Una de las cosas más importantes para mí es el poder comunicarme con otras mujeres, con otras emprendedoras de manera más orgánica, porque siempre tengo un problema de, aunque no lo parezca, soy bastante introvertida y me cuesta entrar en los grupos o simplemente em, escuchar o ponerme en una reunión o
Ujú.
algo así. Y Juno es un lugar donde todo el mundo es como muy cercano y muy generoso. Todas intentan acogerte de la manera que pueden y de la manera que tú les dejas, o sea, te dejan que tú te introduzcas poco a poco. Y me ha ayudado mucho a esto, a abrirme, a conocer, a
Sí,
abrir mi círculo, a conocer personas, a hablar de mí, de quién soy, de qué hago. Eh, y esto me ayudó, venir a Juno me ayudó mucho. Además que gracias a estar aquí en Juno he podido cambiar mi equipo y mi marca está, está ahora en otro nivel gracias al equipo que tengo,
sí,
porque, pero ellas son parte de Juno y las conocí aquí.
yeah.
Y eso para mí ha sido muy importante.
Yeah, that's what I've been noticing too. Like I was talking to Liana the other day, and I was just telling her like I find myself having to get rid of my New Yorker to be a part of me. And New Yorkers are very like standoffish and everything. And so here, like even just for this session that we have for the company, I've had so many people come up and be like, "Are you Jess?" And I'm like, "Hi, yes. Who are you?" You know? And it's nice because I just think like if I was in New York in this setting, it would be very much like separate, you
Ujú.
know? But here, yeah, everyone's very open to be able to get to know you and communicate and help you with your brand. And that's what I need, because I am a solopreneur or whatever they want to call it. So I have a team, but the growth of the business, is on me, and you don't know what you don't know. So it's been nice to see that there are opportunities which I will explore more. I'm still, getting settled in the city and stuff like that, but there's so many opportunities to be able to grow the business and have that sort of mentorship and, the support of those women, where I feel like, yeah, if I were ever to be interested in, you know presenting something new, or get at ideas or thoughts, I know that there would be people here that
Yes,
would
for
be
sure.
100% like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Everyone is willing to help and everyone is ready to give you an advice or a suggestion or just listening,
Yeah,
and that's beautiful.
it is. And it's great to have that community,
Yeah,
especially as an expat. Like,
exactly.
this is my first time living in another country. I've only lived in 2 states in los Estados Unidos, pero aquí is the first time in an otro país, and it's exciting but scary at the same time. So to come here into this space and see people who are excited about the idea of collaborating or sharing their
Hmm.
expertise, and to have it, directly there, like it's right here for me. I don't have to go out of this building to go find people or anything like that. It's all just here in the community, which
Yeah,
I think is so
it's so
beautiful.
beautiful. It's like whatever you need, whatever you want, there is someone here who can help you,
Yes,
and that's beautiful.
it is. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can do this in Spanish. All right. Para este año, ¿qué, ¿qué es tu interesante para tu compañía? Like growth or new productos o...
Para este año, o sea, el goal, my goals.
Sí.
Para este año tenemos varios challenge goals. Una de las cosas más importantes es que traemos unas 6 marcas nuevas en exclusivas a España.
Sí.
Otra de las cosas que tenemos un proyecto muy bonito que seguramente será disponible a finales de año. Aún no te puedo decir nada, pero será maravilloso. Y Y otra de las cosas que me gustaría, que esto es ya, like, I'm dreaming,
Yeah.
es poder tener más mujeres trabajando conmigo. Sí.
Sí. ¿Y ahora cuántas personas?
Ahora somos, o sea, seremos unas 7,
That's
todo
pretty big.
mujeres.
See, that's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now we have four people working with us. Female identifying or LGBTQ.
Okay.
So that's kind of my goal is always to try to work with women. I think yo pienso que cuando trabajar con las mujeres es más mejor.
Sí, no, básicamente porque
O mucho mejor, ¿sí? ¿No?
mucho mejor.
Mucho mejor.
In my case, it's because it's not because the men's are not good for skincare or something like that. It's just because I feel I feel more comfortable speaking with women about skincare because our sensibility
Mhm.
is different.
Yeah.
It's not about gender. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah. It's just the mind.
It's in the mind,
Mhm.
and um, and also because we have so much things to say and
Yeah.
so much things to do.
Yeah.
And I want to help another ones to do that and to create and grow together and see how big we can be together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best part. I think too, like I had male bosses for a really long time
Mm.
when I was working for other companies. And I don't know. I just didn't particularly love it. And when I did have a female boss, I enjoyed the environment a little bit more. I don't think she was really my type of boss, but I saw the difference in how I felt showing up to work, how my work in general was. And I think also like the leadership skills. I think when you work for, at least in my experience, I can't speak for everybody, but when I was working for men, I felt like I wasn't getting feedback. And I think it is because in America, at least, men don't want you to rise
Yeah.
as much as other women. So working with other women really gave me more of that sort of like mentorship within my job so that I could excel in what I was doing. And I don't think that I got that when I was, with a male a boss. So now I try to provide opportunities for women
That's nice.
and of course, LGBTQ. We have a lot of clients that are also in the LGBTQ space. So I want to provide opportunities for women in my company to be able to work and grow as professionals. And then I also want to work with women-owned brands too, because I know that we don't get enough recognition.
Yeah.
And it's super important for us to be
Yeah.
able to support each other. So it's great to hear like how big your team is, and I'm like 7. Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, I have 7 persons working with me, but they are not all. They are not part of the Access. They are collaborating. They
Okay.
are yeah, they are collaborating with me. Yeah, partners. Yeah. I would like to have my sevens and then another partners
Yeah.
and a group of women. And even in Korea, most the I think half of my brands are running for women.
Mhm.
The other ones is in between, but this is good too. So the empower of the women in Korea right now is became bigger and bigger,
Yeah, that's
and
great.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, I really like to work with women, and I want us to say louder that we are powerful, that we
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we literally give life.
Yeah.
Respect us.
Yes.
So where can everybody find Yaksok? Where can they find you?
Mm.
What's all the socials and the website?
Mm. So, Jackson Cosmetics es una website, bueno, tenemos una website, se llama jacksocosmetic.com,
Mhm.
y de nuestro Instagram es jackso/cosmetics. También, no lo sé, nos puedes escribir por WhatsApp, puedes enviarnos mails. Estamos siempre 24 hours, 24/7.
No,
Estamos.
don't be 24/7.
Don't. And it's not boots, it's me. No, estamos siempre disponibles para ayudar a todo el mundo, para encontrar la rutina, para encontrar el producto, el ingrediente, localizar ese problema en
Sí.
concreto que tiene tu piel y tratarlo. No matarlo, tratarlo. Sí, no queremos que desaparezca, queremos tratarlo para que desaparezca con calma y se vaya con una sonrisa.
Okay. Okay.
It's good.
It is good. It is good. Well, I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited to follow along on your journey. I'm excited to see where the brand goes. I'm excited to continue to build our friendship
Yeah,
and our
for sure.
relationship. For all of those who are listening, thank you for listening to potentially my bad Spanish. Don't judge me. You can find us on highonfeminism.com, our website, where we have some merch stuff left, as well as past episodes of the podcast, the High Talks panel series on YouTube, and of course, our blog. And you can follow us on Instagram at High on Feminism. Ciao.
Bye.